So hi guys, in this lesson you will learn about alkanals and alkanones, two families of organic compounds with the carbonyl functional group. The carbonyl functional group is composed of a carbon atom doubly bonded to an oxygen atom. That is, a carbon to oxygen double bond. The carbon atom of a carbonyl functional group is called a carbonyl carbon, and compounds containing the carbonyl functional group are called carbonyl compounds. So, alkanals and alkanones, the two families of organic compounds that we'll discuss today, are carbonyl compounds because they contain the carbonyl functional group. Let's begin with the alkanals. Alkanals are also called aldehydes. Now, aldehydes are carbonyl compounds with an alkyl or an aryl group, or a hydrogen atom bonded to a CHO functional group. Alkanals can be represented by the general molecular formula RCHO, where R represents an alkyl group or a hydrogen atom bonded to the carbonyl carbon. The carbonyl carbon is in turn doubly bonded to the oxygen atom and is singly bonded to a hydrogen atom. So, all alkanals have the CHO functional group. Methanol is the simplest alkanal. It is also called formaldehyde and is quite special. It is the only alkanal with two hydrogen atoms directly bonded to the carbonyl carbon. Other alkanals include ethanal and propanal. Ethanal has a methyl group bonded to the CHO group, while propanal has an ethyl group bonded to the CHO group. Don't worry, you will learn how to name alkanals in our lessons on IUPAC nomenclature of alkanals and alkanones. Alkanones are also known as ketones. They have two alkyl or aryl groups attached to their carbonyl carbon. That is, they have the general formula RCOR'. The simplest alkanone is propanone or propan2-one, which has two methyl groups bonded to the carbonyl carbon. Butan2-one has a methyl and an ethyl group bonded to the carbonyl carbon. Again, you will learn how to name alkanones in our lesson on IUPAC nomenclature of alkanals and alkanones. Now, let's learn how alkanals and alkanones can be prepared. Alkanals can be prepared by oxidizing primary alkanols using acidified oxidizing agents like acidified potassium heptaoxodichromate 6 or acidified potassium tetraoxomanganate 7. I am sure you recall that ethanol undergoes this kind of reaction to yield ethanal. We discussed this in our lesson on the chemical properties of ethanol. However, the primary alkanol, ethanol for example, must be in excess of the oxidizing agent to prevent the alkanal formed, that is ethanal in this case, from being further oxidized to an alkanoic acid, that is ethanoic acid. Alkanones can be prepared using the same method. However, a secondary alkanol is used instead of a primary alkanol. For instance, oxidizing propan2-ol, which is a secondary alkanol, using acidified potassium heptaoxodichromate 6 or acidified potassium tetraoxomanganate 7 yields propan2-one. We've learned quite much about alkanals and alkanones. Let's give a recap. Alkanals and alkanones are carbonyl compounds with the C double bond O group. Alkanals or aldehydes have a general molecular formula RCHO, where R is a hydrogen atom or an alkyl group. Alkanals can be prepared by oxidizing excess primary alkanols. Alkanones or ketones have the general formula RCOR', where R and R' are both alkyl groups. Alkanones can be prepared by oxidizing secondary alkanols. There's still much to learn about alkanols and alkanones. Scurry along.